to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016. There's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. It's north versus south in the state of California. We're underway between the Niners and Chargers. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
A tough time a season ago, his team missed the playoffs for the first time in his career. But he does remain one of the most efficient quarterbacks in the league. He's completed over 67% of his passes for his career. We know he's efficient. Now he wants to be spectacular and get his team back to the big game.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Still going. Inside the 20. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 84 yards. And the Niners go down the field in just 2 plays to take the early lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here are the Chargers ready to go on offense, led by their first-round pick in 2020, the man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press and one team gets an advantage, other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes. No doubt about it, a really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. A fourth down, so the Chargers trot out J.K. Scott. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. Fielded just inside the 30. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Back out there comes the 49ers offense, ready for their second drive. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown, they got the stop, and now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it. The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That good for 19 of the first down.
That's good for first and 10 at the 43-yard line.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 31-yard line.
13 yards on the play. And the 49er first down.
McCaffrey running up the middle. Heck of a move and then brought down near to 23. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. Second down coming up.
Brings up second down.
McCaffrey on the counter. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 4 yards the pickup. First down.
That's another 49er first down.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. On first down, this is McCaffrey. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now Purdy. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Purdy looking to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brandon Ayuk from 13 yards out. And the 49ers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Now a run. Here's the first-round pick from April's draft. And that's going to be good for the Chargers' first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. Now you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays. You kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down, they hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. Oftentimes you can bypass him with a running play.
8 yards there and a first down.
Los Angeles.
They run again with Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. And he'll go down at the 28. Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger first down. Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That whole thing was thrown off track thanks to the defense of Fred Warner. Really nice play. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Herbert. Pass hauled in by Johnston. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 17-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. A draw play, Hampton. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Harris running straight ahead. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Herbert now. That is caught. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Harris is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Najee Harris, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are back within a score. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make our score 14-7. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39. So solid starting field position. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Throwing here, Purdy. Connects with Kittle underneath. No gain on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained. So they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. These offensive starters still out there in the 2nd quarter. You would think the plans for them to at least play into the 3rd quarter, if not all the way through it.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the 3rd quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit low.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, look out, because here they come.
They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st down, Los Angeles.
Herbert back to the air. Open man here is Conklin. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. With Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And finally, he's taken down at the 8. A big play there for the Niners. 61 yards.
1st and 10.
30 now to throw off the play action. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
4 brings up 2nd down at the Chargers' 13-yard line.
Purdy now to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Chris Paul Jr. from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
That's caught out right by Jennings. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Austin Seibert on for the field goal. A 37-yard.
Seibert's kick is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And the Chargers offense back out and ready to go. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down. On the option right, Herbert. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 35-yard line. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a 1st down on the keeper. Here's Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. To the left side, looked in by Harris. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Now it's Herbert. Able to complete it to Johnston. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Quick throw here to Johnston. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. On the give, this is Harris. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Najee Harris ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Chargers are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as it kicks away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The 49ers settling in for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
But you met fan bases that were happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Here's Purdy. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Back to throw, Purdy. He's got Ayuk once again. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 41-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Purdy will set up the throw here. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Purdy got his man complete over the middle. That's Jennings. First down marker at the 31. It's third down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Now Purdy. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Niners will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Chargers 17.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown Chargers. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Man, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Niners ready to go on offense for the final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Get set, get set.
Purdy looking to throw. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Second down and a yard. Purdy from the gun. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Tui Pelotu. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. And he'll be out of bounds at midfield, so a solid return to the 50. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
Second down at the 49ers' 49-yard line.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Getting the football to Davis on an outright. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Herbert now. He gets it to Johnston. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Incomplete.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end, and that play going nowhere. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Here's Herbert. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle the team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
0 hesitation that time. He just got it and put it out in the right flat. Unfortunately, incomplete.
Well, you know how hard these quarterbacks nowadays work on just getting the ball in their hands and making a quick decision and throwing the football. Didn't work out in this case.
They'll try and run with Harris. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
And this is going to be incomplete. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they have regained the lead. And they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
That's good. 4A.
Throwing here, Purdy. It's going to be knocked away and incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Get set, get set. Up on your team.
Shotgun now with Purdy. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Results in a 4th down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
First down, Chargers.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Open man, right side, that's McConkey. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 2nd and 6. They hand this off to Harris. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting.
And a loose football. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. And that's where you're counting out a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go to the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Bulldozes past it. Touchdown, LA! Najee Harris, 31 yards. And the Chargers are able to extend their lead. Boy, missed tackles continuing to plague this defense, and they surrender another big play and a touchdown here.
Yeah, by my count, at least 2 guys had shots at it, maybe even more than that. For this defense, they looked out of sorts all game long. That was definitely not one of their better efforts right there.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Purdy now to throw. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Davis now to return it. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot. Yeah. But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
Herbert going to give to Hampton. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Back to throw here, Herbert. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag, punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Great effort by Derwin James on the stop.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
6-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Here we go, D. Hit him with the trick play, coach.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He finds his man, Sky Moore. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the 1st down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. It's fielded at the 45. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Come on, set, ready.
That's quickly out wide to Davis. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. From the 41, here's 2nd down and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
On the option, running left is Lance. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the 1st down.
Here we go, here we go. Set.
Here's a quick throw out wide by Lance, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Yellows. Hut, hut.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. And this one is right through. And that will extend. Their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Throwing Jones. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Jones. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop the throw. Going up top. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, 49ers. Luke Farrell, 48 yards. And the 49ers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
49ers 31.
Back now here in Santa Clara, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Charger offense making their way back out there. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Lance on the option left. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. That's complete, Lambert Smith. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 14. First down, Los Angeles.
Now Haskins on a give left side. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. That's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Here we go,
They'll go back to Edwards on first down. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Throwing now is Lance. That one complete to McConkey. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
1st and goal, Los Angeles.
Ready?
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown.
Let's go. Ready?
Now Lance on the bootleg. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the 2-point try.
The Chargers will line up for the 2.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Gets around him. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. So now the Niners down by 12. A little under a minute 50 remaining. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. To throw is Jones. That's over the middle and caught by Pearsall. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now Jones.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Here we go. Here we go. Let's go. 70 Lions.
Here's Jones.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Let's go. Cougar Knights. Up.
Jones. Steps away to his left. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Jones. Nowhere to turn here. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now, worth reminding at this point, no overtime in the preseason, but that may not come into play here in a 2-score game late. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You get into these 2-minute drill situations, and you often got tired legs on the offensive line. But these defenders, they've been rotating in and out, and they're a little bit fresher and quicker. And the pressure there forced the incompletion.
A lot on the line here, even for just a preseason game. Jobs to be won and lost. It's 3rd down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. knocked incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
And while it's probably going to take a miracle at this stage, if they come down with this one in the end zone, they've still got a fighting chance. That one, however, winds up incomplete.
Here we go. This is fourth down. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Let's go. Red 38.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its